Hello, sports fans. It is Friday, June the 21st, the year 2013, and as usual, a lot to get to in the sports world, so let's get it going right now. Let's start in the NBA, where the Miami Heat beat San Antonio in Game 7 last night down in South Florida. The Miami Heat win the NBA title for the second straight year, and LeBron James wins his second straight MVP in the finals. To me, it's no surprise. I've been saying all year Miami's going to win the title. After San Antonio blew Game 6, I had a feeling they were going to have a hard time winning Game 7. I mean, the team with the best player in the NBA usually always wins in the finals. You always see the big team with the best player win in the NBA Finals. It's not like other sports where you get huge upsets. In the NBA, the best team with the best player usually wins. That's Miami. That's LeBron James. So the Miami Heat win the title last night. This was a close game throughout. Miami had a slim lead throughout this whole game. Let's do a quick recap of this game. LeBron James had a very big game last night. He was outstanding. Wade played well. Battier did some good things. Chambers did some good things. I'll tell you, Bosh had a nightmare game. He didn't do much last night. Ray Allen had a nightmare game. Didn't score a point. It's funny, Ray Allen had the huge shot in Game 6 to tie the game. He didn't do anything last night, but he did have that huge shot in Game 6. On the San Antonio side, I thought Duncan played well, although he missed a chipperoo around the basket as time was running out. We'll get to that in a second. Leonard, I thought, had a good game. Ginobili did do some good things, but then he had a horrible turnover at the end of the game. Parker was not good at all in this game. And how about Green? Green, who couldn't miss early in this series, couldn't hit a shot last night. Green, 1 for 12 from the field, 1 for 6 from three-point range. This was a guy that was setting records at the beginning of this series. Now he couldn't hit a shot in Game 7. Unbelievable. Green, 1 for 12 from the field. What happened to his game? I'll tell you what happened to his game. Miami decided to guard him. He was getting wide open looks in the first few games. Last couple of games, Miami had a guy on him at all times. If you know anything about basketball, you know this. A lot easier to shoot when no one's around you. So Green had a nightmare game last night. Let's pick it up at 90-85 Miami in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes to go. Leonard hits a huge three for San Antonio, makes it 90-88. Then with 1:39 to go, Chambers misses 2 huge free throws. San Antonio comes back down. Leonard misses a three that would have gave San Antonio the lead. Then at 1:06 to go, Wade misses his shot. And here's where San Antonio had the chance. With 46 seconds to go, down 2 points, Duncan has a little chipperoo around the basket. He misses. He has a chance to put in a little putback. He misses that. And Miami grabs the rebound. From there, they run the clock down. LeBron hits a jumper with 27 seconds left. Then Ginobili has a wild turnover at the other end with 23 seconds left. You saw a lot of that from Ginobili in this series, getting caught up in the air, throwing bad passes. Overall, Ginobili had a very bad series. From there, LeBron hit 2 free throws. Ginobili then missed a 3. Good night, game over, and Miami is ready to celebrate. Miami will have the parade now. All those fans that left in Game 6 that thought the game was over, they could show up at the parade now. I've said it from day one. Miami is not a great sports city, and they proved that in this series in Game 6 when the fans were leaving before the game was over. But anyway, congratulations to Miami. They pulled it out. They were beaten in Game 6. They found a way to win, and they win in Game 7, and LeBron James wins back-to-back MVP trophies. I'll tell you, if you're San Antonio, you are going to be haunted about this game the whole summer. I mean, I don't know how you get over something like this. Not only this game you had a chance to win, but Game 6 was in the bag. The game was over. You had a 5-point lead with 20-something seconds to go. You blow that game. Then the game is right there on the table for you in Game 7, and you can't get it done. Tim Duncan already said this series is going to haunt him the rest of his life. And this is a guy that's won titles before. I mean, this group of Spurs, Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, Popovich, they've won titles before, and they all said this series is going to haunt them. I mean, I don't know how you get over a series like this. And San Antonio with this group may not be back. Remember, Duncan is getting up there. Ginobili may retire. This could have been the last shot for this group of San Antonio Spurs. And I'll also say this. I agree Popovich did not have a good game coaching in Game 6, but let's calm down blaming the whole series on him. Ginobili missed a big free throw in that game. Leonard missed a huge free throw in that game. Just because Duncan's on the floor doesn't mean San Antonio can't grab a rebound. There was plenty of blame to go around. Ginobili did some bad things in that game as well. He had 8 turnovers. don't just blame Popovich. I mean, yes, I didn't like his substitution pattern in Game 6. Popovich is one heck of a coach. He's a very, very good coach. I didn't think he had a great Game 6. I agree with that. But let's not blame the whole series on him. Plenty of blame to go around in that game. So let's not blame Popovich. Popovich is a solid coach, one of the best coaches in the league. As far as Miami now, listen, I'm Miami'd out at this point. We've seen Miami 3 straight years in the finals. They've won the last 2. I want some new blood in the Eastern Conference next year. I will be rooting for everyone against Miami next year. I mean, I don't want to see Miami in the finals next year. I mean, I don't want them 4 years in a row in the finals. I mean, come on. We can't have that. So I'll be rooting hard against Miami next year. But anyway, Miami, this is your day. Congratulations to you and your fans. You guys enjoy the celebration. Enjoy the parade. Miami goes back-to-back. They beat the Spurs last night in Game 7. Over to your NHL. The other night, Chicago beat Boston 6-5 in overtime in a wild, high-scoring game. That evened the series 2-2. We have Game 5 on Saturday. We have that 3-day break, by the way, in the NHL, which I cannot stand. They play on Wednesday, then they don't play till Saturday. I mean, I don't need 3 days off in between games. That series is really, really good. Could go either way. Huge win for Chicago the other night because now it's 2-2. They have home ice now. So very, very big win for Chicago. If they would have lost, they were down 3-1, and Boston was in total control of that series. So huge, huge win for Chicago. They have home ice. I give them the slight advantage, but should be one heck of a final last 3 games here in the NHL. Game 5 tomorrow night. As far as your Major League Baseball last night, Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati last night. A lot of bad blood between those 2 teams. Minnesota beat the hapless White Sox. Texas beat Oakland. Those 2 teams are battling for the division. Houston beat Milwaukee. Tampa Bay beat the Yankees. Longoria, a couple of home runs. Longoria is having a nice year. Washington beat Colorado. Zimmerman gets his 10th win. Detroit beat Boston with 2 in the 9th. The Mets beat Atlanta. They actually took 3 of 5 from Atlanta in that series. St. Louis beat the Cubs. No shock there. San Diego beat the hapless Dodgers. I'll tell you, the way the Dodgers are playing, I don't think Mattingly's going to make it. I think Mattingly is going to be fired. Puig with another home run last night for the Dodgers, but the Dodgers just cannot get out of their own way. And how bad has the Dodger bullpen been this year? Just atrocious. San Diego playing decent ball. They beat the Dodgers last night. Miami beat San Francisco. San Francisco not firing on all cylinders. And the Angels came storming back and beat Seattle last night. Seattle was up 7-0 with King Felix on the mound, and LA rallied to win 10-9. So nice job by the Angels. We'll see if the Angels can actually build off a nice win like that. I mean, the Angels need something to get them going. If they can't get going after a win like that, they're never going to get going. So that was kind of your Major League Baseball last night. As far as some soccer, I did catch a little soccer last night. The United States women's national team had a friendly at Red Bull Arena in New Jersey last night against Korea. United States won this game easily, beat Korea 5-0. The big story, though, Wambach, 4 goals. She breaks Mia Hamm's record, so Wambach is the all-time leading scorer in women's soccer history. Congratulations to her, and a really nice crowd at Red Bull Arena. They did a really nice job selling tickets for that game. So I did catch a little soccer last night. As far as what to watch over your weekend, like I said, you got Boston at Chicago in the NHL tomorrow night. As far as your Major League Baseball, couple of highlighted series for you. This is not all the series. This is a couple series to keep an eye on, a couple of the better series. Tampa Bay and the Yankees is a good series. Baltimore-Toronto, got to keep an eye on that series. Baltimore playing great. Chris Davis off the charts with his home runs, and Toronto's won 8 in a row. Boston-Detroit, solid series. Cincinnati-Arizona, nice series. And Texas-St. Louis, very good series. Just a couple of highlighted Major League Baseball series to keep an eye on over the weekend. As far as boxing, if you want to catch a little boxing for all you boxing fans, Broner against Malignaggi tomorrow in Brooklyn. They're making a big deal about Broner moving up 2 weight classes. Don't. Broner should have no problem winning this fight. Malignaggi doesn't have the power to pop a balloon. So the extra weight he has is not going to make 1 ounce of difference. I expect Broner to roll over Malignaggi tomorrow night in Brooklyn. If you like boxing, you may want to check it out. It's on Showtime tomorrow night. Also, if you're looking to check out a movie over the weekend, the big movie that comes out today is World War Z with Brad Pitt. I read one write-up on it. They gave it 3 stars. Looks pretty decent. Looks like you could have something there, you know, Brad Pitt battling zombies and that kind of stuff. Looks like it could be an action flick, so if you're looking to catch a movie, that may be the one for you. If you're looking to bring your kids to a movie, the new Monsters is out. They're usually pretty good. I read a write-up on that one as well. Gave it 3 stars. Those monster movies are pretty good, so if you're looking to take your kids to a movie, Monsters may be the movie for them. As far as new on DVD, I think the new movie on DVD this week is Jack the Giant Slayer. I don't know how good that is. It's probably fair at best. Doesn't look all that great. I did catch a couple of movies on DVD. I caught the 2012 movie Promised Land with Matt Damon and Frances McDormand. I would give it, out of 0 to 4 stars, I'd give it 2 stars. A little slow for my liking. Wasn't terrible. Wasn't great. Mediocre. I'd give it 2 stars. It's about salespeople for natural gas, and they arrive in a small town, and they have, you know, they experience life-changing events down there in this town. Decent story. It's got some nice stuff. A little slow for my liking. Out of 4 stars, I'd give it 2. Not bad, but not great. I also watched a 2012 movie called The Impossible. This is based on a true story. This is with Naomi Watts. This is about the tsunami in the 2004 Indian Ocean. Out of 4 stars, I'd give this one about 2.5, 3 stars, somewhere in there, probably 2.5. I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. It's based on a true story. I thought Naomi Watts was fabulous in this movie. I know they gave the Oscar to Jennifer Lawrence for Silver Linings Playbook. I like Jennifer Lawrence. I liked her in that movie. Naomi Watts' part was much harder to play, though. Naomi Watts was spectacular in this movie and a much harder part to play than Jennifer Lawrence's part. So if you want to see a good, decent movie based on a true story, The Impossible, 2012, about the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. Very riveting stuff in that movie. Yeah, I do recommend it. Okay, so you guys are all caught up. You guys, thanks for the support. You guys, enjoy the games over the weekend. Make sure you catch that Game 5 in the NHL on Saturday night. You got your Major League Baseball. You got a little boxing. If you want a movie, I recommended a couple for you there. Thanks for the support. You guys stay safe. As far as my schedule, I'll be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week. Then July and August, I'll be doing a show or 2 a week. And then in September, I'll be back to my 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. All right, you guys are all caught up. Stay safe. Enjoy the games. I will talk to you guys Monday. We'll recap everything that went on this weekend. Enjoy the games. Have a nice weekend. Talk to you Monday. Take care.